View TV.
Hey guys, welcome to Swipe View TV. So in the news recently there was a video sent out by ISIS, and those of you who don't know who ISIS are, they are the current terrorist group that in a way was a product of the Iraq War, and they have been causing a lot of atrocities throughout the Middle East. Many people have been captured and tortured and murdered by ISIS, and and they've caused a lot of stuff. And their main philosophy is of Islamic extremism. Now, personally, I don't believe in any extremism for any religious belief. So to make that your ideology is barbaric, really. You know, because if you're going to take a belief system and use that belief system as your means to your end, it shows the primitive mindset that these people in ISIS have. So what is it ISIS have done recently? Well, a video hit the web by ISIS, and they were in this museum, I think it was in Iraq, and they were trashing not so much trashing, actually destroying ancient artifacts from the Arcadian era. These statues that have been there for 3,500 years. And because these were, there's a man at the start, he explains that because these people used to believe in idol worship, that they didn't believe in the oneness of God, or Allah in this case, that these memorabilia should be destroyed. And that's what they did. They destroyed the whole thing. Which reminded me, when I watched the video, it reminded me a lot of what, say, Pol Pot was doing and what Hitler was doing when they would burn and destroy the whole remnants of the past to try and create their own history, create their own culture, which, when you look at it, it's quite ironic, really. But when you think about it, the irony of ISIS doing this is because back in the day, when an invading force used to come into another land, they used to eradicate that civilization, and then they used to also eradicate that civilization's history, their books, their philosophies, and so on. And ironically, that is what ISIS are doing. They're doing that same thing. They are doing a very primitive act of eradicating a past culture, which seems strange, really, that they want to be seen as forward thinkers, but they're not. They're very primitive minded. So we've got to ask the question, what creates this form of extremism? Now, it could be a number of things. It could be disenfranchisement, it could be, an intolerance that was shown towards them, or it could be plain old fascism, so it could be a number of things that develop throughout time that create this type of extremist ideology. And this has been seen throughout the centuries. You see it in Christians, you see it in Jews, you see it in Muslims. You even see it in other places of the world, like in India. You see it in Hindus, in certain Sikhs as well. You see this type of ideology. So who are the type of people that usually join groups like ISIS? Now, I've seen on the news recently there was 3 girls from England who joined up with ISIS and so on, and we've heard loads of stories of people from America, from here in Britain, from Canada and so on, that have joined ISIS. Now, what is the reason why these people are doing it? They're not, they're not doing it for a laugh. Oh, this will be a laugh. Ooh, ISIS. No, they're not doing it for that. Obviously, there is a belief there that they are doing the right thing, and also they must see the media in this country as being quite downtrodden on, say, Islam as a whole. We have been at war with quite a few Islamic countries recently. Afghanistan, Iran we're always constantly on, tailor hooks with. We're not actually bombed Iran yet, but we're constantly bickering at them. Syria, Libya, these Islamic countries have been attacked by the Western world. So a young, impressionable Islamic person watching that could see that and say, you know what? This country I live in has been attacking my homelands. Why should I stay here and defend this country when they're attacking my people? I'm going to go defend them. So this is where that kind of ideology builds up from. Obviously, we're not attacking the ideology. We're attacking the government. Afghanistan was run by a fascist regime known as the Taliban. Iraq, I don't know. I don't believe we should have gone to war with Iraq. I think the Iraq war was built on a false idea, a false planning, but it happened. Okay, so, and this is the after effect of that. I mean, I come from a place called Leicester in England, which has a large number of different types of people from different ethnic backgrounds. You got Muslims here, you got Sikhs here, you got Hindus here, you got Christians, you got Jews, you got Buddhists, you got Jains, you got every religious background is here. So I meet a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds, and I meet a lot of Muslims, and I have no issues with them. You know, you meet good Muslims, you meet bad Muslims, like you meet good Sikhs, good Hindus, good bad Hindus. You know, you meet a lot of these types of people, but that, to meet them and then to see that people like my friends are joining groups like ISIS, there must be a reason behind it. Now, ISIS doesn't just become there because, you know, a few guys get together and think, this will be a laugh. No, it is born out of something. Like, you know, any guerrilla extremist group. Now, I shouldn't use the word guerrilla because I don't want to say the Viet Cong to be mistaken to being like ISIS, because they're not. They were different ideologies, different belief systems, but they are born out of the same thing. It's desperation. It's born out of, you know, discrimination, born out of hate. It's born out of that. Now, ISIS are doing actions like destroying monuments from, you know, old artifacts from back in the day, doing similar things to what the Khmer Rouge did, you know, with Pol Pot, what the Nazis did. You know, I know it might sound unfair to compare ISIS to the Nazis, but they're doing actions which the Nazis used to do. You know, but then what support does a group get when they are beheading people, posting it on the internet, showing off about it? You're not going to gain support for that. So, all in all, ISIS are not the first extremist group that there is, and they probably won't be the last. But what do we do about it? What do we do about it? It's hard to say. We just have to see what happens in the future. I personally don't want any more artifacts, monuments, or people, human beings, innocent people being destroyed or murdered for an extremist ideology. I don't want that. Now, I don't see ISIS as Muslims. They're not Muslims. Muslims, I know, don't do what ISIS do. ISIS don't believe in God. They believe in their own self-grandeur. That's what they believe in. They're not Muslims. So don't mistake them for it. Anyway, that's all I have time for today. I'll be doing a lot more videos like this, by general chit chat, news articles and so on. But yeah, and I will be doing some more movie reviews as well. But yeah, I've been Taran for SwipeView TV. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.